Mister, your eyes are full of hesitation. She makes me wonder if you know what you're looking for. Baby, I wanna keep my reputation. I'm a sensation. You try me once, you'll beg for more.
I feel like I'm getting sick again. I really have this weird feeling like in my head and my throat, so I made myself some ginger kurkuma drink. And also, I cut my hair, this time a real haircut by a real hairdresser. No kind of self-experiment, bangs cutting stuff. No, a real haircut. And I just... I felt I needed a real change because I felt like I've been cut off from so many things this year, or so many things have been cut off from me, I don't know. Just so much that has been very dear to me has been cut off this year. So I don't know, I just felt I wanted to cut off something myself this time. Something that's not as painful like my hair. So the hairdresser lady, I told her I haven't been to a hairdresser for at least 20 years, and she was quite shocked about that.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality. Baby, baby, you are really hurting me.
A good hairdresser is someone you can confide in. So I told Judith about my year, a year full of loss and heartbreak. I thought 2024 was tough, but 2025 really outdid it. Still, as they say, the darkest hour is always before dawn, and one thing I'm feeling very clearly is this. I don't want to shrink myself anymore to make others feel comfortable. I don't want to dim my light to please people, and I don't want to care about the judgment of those who are unhappy with themselves or with their lives. My sister's life was cut short this year, and she was such an inspiration to me. She always expressed herself authentically and unapologetically. Our relationship wasn't perfect, but that's family. I love her dearly, and I want to keep that spirit alive and elevate it into the next chapter of my life, which is going to be awesome. Also, like after a long period of sadness and grief, I just feel like my inner rebel is kind of coming back. And I really like that. They just want to dance and sing and just, play. One good thing, or one of many good things about getting older, is that you start caring less about what other people think. So You know, if someone thinks that you're too much or too cringe, that's on them. It's not on you. It's your life. It's you know, your one and only chance kind of to take up space and to express yourself this very moment, which is everything we have. So
da ist ja noch nichts drin.
Cheers. Nee, das reicht mir. Cheers.
Ja, warte.
Nein. Very, very nice.
So my birthday this year was quite emotional for me, and for a while I was not sure how I wanted to spend it, to be honest. Because last year I celebrated with my sister in Berlin, and I played with the idea of going back to Berlin, but when I imagined myself alone in her apartment, it just didn't feel right, so I let that plan go, and instead I ended up going to Phantasialand spontaneously with one of my oldest friends, and that was so beautiful. And I even ended up like in a replica of the old Berlin, and that was so unexpectedly beautiful too.
Ja, Berlin. So I have to try its cappuccino with pea milk. That sounds quite perverse in English. Pea milk.
What do you mean with pea milk?
It's okay. It's very sweet.
Yes, it is. Of course.
When I was younger, I always felt like a misfit. I felt either too much, or too loud, or too quiet, or too sensitive. And it took me a long time to find my tribe, you know, the people with whom I feel real and a sense of belonging.
I think that's the.
I don't know.
No, I was saying that's sort of the place that we're at, the beautiful place that we're at, because we have no idea what the future's gonna look like. Stop it.
Keep laughing.
It was-
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think, especially with his cancer that he's still battling, and me coming here, we really have no idea what is gonna happen in the next couple of years or months.
I just feel we live in such a two-dimensional world. I think it's very interesting, but you know, if you look at it, everything is kind of so defined by these right-angled frames and screens or boxes. And we sometimes tend to forget that life and living beings, I mean, we're multidimensional. Our life is multidimensional. We live in a multidimensional and potential world.
I feel okay, and you told me just galaxies, the universe is so much bigger than you know. You always feel so small and full of fear.
You know, you can only feel too much or too little if you consider yourself limited by that frame. This can be like someone else's mindset. This can also be your own negative beliefs. And what actually happens, in my opinion, when we try to suppress our multidimensionality is we begin to confuse containment with safety, and we mistake reduction for control, you know, by flattening ourselves. We think this way we can avoid rejection and pain. But what we really do is we exchange our authenticity and our aliveness for manageability. Yeah, you compress yourself, and compression creates pressure. Actually, also this compression can lead to depression. Over time, you know, that pressure just shows up in anxiousness or anxiety, restlessness, and I feel like a general disconnection and alienation. We start perceiving this beautiful, free and wild and open world through very narrow coordinates.
What happens? Like, 'cause I go back 5 years. It's not gonna be 5 years for you, or you. Like,
And that's already what you're saying. It's always this kind of framing,
right?
You know, what we perceive. Like, also when I'm looking down at the table, I'm not seeing your face right now, but you know, it's still there.
Right.
And I'm not seeing how you're looking, but I'm still feeling your vibes, your energy. You know, that's already, you can't always perceive what's like beyond your framing, and maybe you can even sense what the future might bring because of that. Because you're in kind of a, you know what I mean? It sounds maybe a little bit weird, but you're feeling kind of the composition of life, of the universe, the connectedness. And I know what you mean.
And I'm glad that at least we have, us right now at this table, have gotten past what the colonizers wanted us to think.
It's no sign of sanity to feel insane in an insane world or something like that.
Oh my God, I love it. Because I feel like I'm going crazy every day. I'm on the wrong planet.
And that's
this cannot. There's no way I chose to come here. There's no way I chose to come here.
On this planet.
Yeah, there's no way.
That's where I disagree, because I think we absolutely chose to come here. I think we choose our whole life. It's already an agreement. Me and you already agreed to meet. We already agreed for this interaction, for this journey, for me to be on this journey with you, because there was some growth that we knew that would happen spiritually. When I was diagnosed, people were like, oh, men will run away from you. Like, they said all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, what? That's not going to be me. And it wasn't.
There are so many people that are hurting, who don't have no power, they don't have a voice. And it's like,
nobody has for empathy for
you know, like that. And it's like, we are on a planet where that is okay to happen. That seems crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I guess where I'm at with it is like, it's like the reincarnation stories. Do you guys watch videos of people that have been reincarnated? Or that?
Well, I believe that.
I mean, that would also be nice. You have one already.
I stand by you when you're falling, when the river is calling. I said I love you forever. We can make it together. What goes up?
Looking back at the images of last year, it feels surreal. I'm grateful I created these time capsules, not as a way to preserve the past, but as a way to keep a dialogue with it. And every time I look at those two-dimensional images, they change. Because meaning is not stored in the frame, it is born in the present moment. Nothing is ever truly fixed, nothing is ever frozen. And we tend to believe that time moves in a straight line, that moments are left behind, but what actually happens is that they simply shift their form, just like my sister did. Her presence didn't end, it changed shape. And in that way, she's still here with me. I remember us dancing to Yes Sir I Can Boogie after we left that little store with the furry coats. It was a special night, but still it was kind of unaware of its own significance. And that's how life moves sometimes, revealing itself in retrospect. That song will always take me back to that state of aliveness and freedom we felt that night. And for me, it is a reminder that life is not meant to be controlled. It is meant to be danced.
I'll carry you so tenderly. What I wanna say is that
We don't expand to become more, we expand to remember or return to who we truly are. That's what I believe. So, and now, after this long speech, I really need to get going, need to get to work. Fingers crossed. this kurkuma stuff will kind of heal me. I always think that, but never does. No, this time it will. Fingers crossed. So. Ich hätte gerne ein Butterbrot mit Gouda.
Was kommt dazu?
Gar nichts.
Sometimes love is a river running strong, moving like a wave through a rocky riverbed. Sometimes love is a dancer in the dark, spinning, laughing, twirling through the back door of your heart. And every time I think of you, well, something happens in my mind. And every time I try to leave, you're keeping me occupied. I'm losing track of time. Just losing track of time.
The aeroplane is the red run out up and say, hey, jingle bells.
Well, I did get sick after all. Actually, I wanted to celebrate my birthday with my friends, dancing. But that's how life goes sometimes. At least there's some time to edit the video. Such a good houseman. Like, I love that.
Yes, sir. Already told you in the first verse and in the chorus, but I will give you one more chance. Yes, sir. I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can
I'm sick, yeah. I have a cold. I just have a cold. I actually wanted to celebrate my birthday yesterday, you know, we wanted to make a karaoke night yesterday and I sounded like Louis Armstrong, so I just cancelled it. It wouldn't have been possible for me to sing, but anyway. Yeah, but what I did was editing And that was kind of nostalgic, like of you and Travis and with Katja, and like we were in this store, like the video that I sent, you know, with the furry coats and the furry hats. And I told you about this song, Yes Sir, I Can Boogie. And do you remember how that night after we went to that store, we danced through the streets to the song, and you had your boots on, and I remember kind of looking at the ground, and I thought I was filming that. Obviously I didn't, but kind of us kind of jumping to that song, and with Katja, and she was already not in the best shape, and Travis either, but
there's so much behind those videos because it brings about like joy, but it also is like a moment in time where there's two people in there that's suffering. And yet we also feel this level, like there were moments in the video where, or the several videos where we're smiling.
yeah.
And it's like everything at one time is going on, which I guess is life. Even when I look at it now, like what I saw yesterday, the little clip that you shared with me, like there was a vibe that felt like I smiled, but at the same time, I felt like it's this emptiness, like, wow. Like one of the people in there is no longer here, your sister, and the other one is no longer here with me. And like we captured this moment, or you captured this moment where like we're all together.
Do you remember that time when you, Amadou, and I were in the kitchen, like shortly after Katja died, and after you bought this beautiful bouquet of flowers for her at this beautiful flower shop, and then afterwards we were sitting in the kitchen and looking up at the little image of the angel in the corner. Representing her, framed perfectly in that moment. But I mean,
that's where she was.
That's where she was in that moment. But I can tell you, she's appearing to me in so many different shapes and forms, and kind of shape shifting all the time. When I was in Phantasialand, I saw this little Buddha and or this little snow fairy, and I kind of see her shape shifting, and that's beautiful. We love you, Katja.
So much big
we
heart
so
for
love you. Can we? We're saying hi to you right here. Can you go to the picture? We know that you're here.
Hey, did I film it? There, up there. Yeah. We know you're watching us, little angel.
Hi, angel. I love you.
I love you, and
have a beautiful night.
You too. Embrace yourself, baby.
Embrace yourself, baby.
It's Sunday, December the 21st, 2025. And if you're still here with me, thank you. Before I go, I would like to leave you with one last thought, just for you, just for us. We cannot control the flow of life. We cannot control its expansion. We cannot control its timing, or the way it moves through us. And maybe you felt that before, but the more you're trying to control it, the more rigid it becomes. And then what happens instead is that we start shrinking ourselves to fit into something static. I don't know, like an image or a role or like a certain frame, something we think we're supposed to stay inside. But that kind of shrinking creates pressure, compression. And over time, that turns into suffering. Expressing yourself unapologetically is not about being loud or performing or anything like that. It's about letting life move through you instead of against you. It's about allowing all of your dimensions to exist at the same time, because they're all part of you. I don't know, the joyful, the playful, the loud, the quiet, the sensitive. Life is a dance, and the moment you stop trying to control it is the moment it actually begins to carry you.